What is up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhausts, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, and Arcade Motorsports Consulting. What's going on? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up?
What is up? What is up? Another week down, another Monday in the books, finally.
Yes,
Almost.
sir.
Almost.
Almost. Yeah, almost. You're getting closer.
Sterling's still working right now. You know, he's en route to work.
Yeah, man, hey, that's two birds with one stone. I like it.
I like it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. What you been up to, buddy? You been riding the roads this weekend?
Yeah, man. Went to Atlanta and Mary Stephen and I went down to Chris Stapleton concert and it was awesome, dude. First stadium tour that either one of us has ever been to. It was at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I guess, where the Pelicans play football here in Atlanta. And it was cool. We went up Friday after work and took our time getting up there and stayed. I think it was like half a mile from the stadium, so we could walk there. And just trying to park my truck anywhere in Atlanta ain't easy. So we did that and went to the aquarium on Saturday and saw the whale shark, both of them. Hey, if anybody's never seen that, you need to go check that thing. That thing's 27 foot long, man. It's crazy.
That's a big old shark.
Yeah, and a 17-foot wide manta ray.
Good Lord.
Like a stingray. Yeah, that thing was huge, bro. It looked like a space shuttle swimming around, bro. I ain't kidding.
We're talking about space shuttles, but I mean, we don't heard enough about that. Was it the saucer or the cigar? I mean,
yeah, it was a saucer. It was a friendly one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Lord. And went and ate. Before we went to the aquarium, I've never done this. I didn't even know they ate breakfast. No offense to none of them. I just didn't know. But we went and ate Mexican breakfast.
No, they ate breakfast.
Well, I mean, I've never seen a Mexican breakfast place before. I've never seen a IHOP in Mexican food.
You never seen El Shoney's,
I have not seen that. I have not. So I just thought they woke up eating burritos. I didn't know. I did not know.
I mean, they do have breakfast burritos, I guess.
I mean, you know, but yeah, so it was cool. We went and did that in a really cool place.
Kayla just said on behalf of the Hispanic community, she's offended.
Tell her I didn't know she ate breakfast. My bad. I didn't know pancakes was Mexican. I did not know that. Oh Lord.
So what consisted of Mexican breakfast?
Well, I got shrimp and cheese omelet.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how. I guess it was Mexican
good.
shrimp. I mean, it was awesome. I loved it. Mary Stephen got. I don't know. Her plate was colorful. I ain't exactly sure what all was on that. I saw some beans and some, I think, avocado, and she had me try something.
I don't want beans for breakfast, personally.
Well, I don't know, man.
I mean, that's just me.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't particularly either, but yeah, she said it was great. That was really good, and it was cool.
I mean, that seems like some, breakfast, some refried beans. That actually sounds more breakfast-like. It's kind of like,
well, I think
it's like cold pizza.
These weren't refried. So I think obviously the ones that they don't use for breakfast, then they refry them for the dinner time.
So it's the original fry.
So it's the original. So they don't get rid of anything. So whatever's left from breakfast, they go on into the evening time. That's what I think. Sure.
That's great.
And and see, the whole point of this deal was we was gonna get some coffee. Where I looked up like coffee places where they had coffee there, and I read the
Cafe
reviews.
Bustelo.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was called. Mayan something or other. I don't know. But dude, it was the spiciest coffee I have ever tasted. Dude, it burn your lips, your mouth.
I don't know about none of that. No, you can get some
everything. Man.
You can get some Cafe Bustelo, and that's it's pretty good coffee.
I had to look for that next time because, needless to say, I did not drink much of that.
I don't need no spicy coffee. Coffee hot enough. I don't need no spice in it.
Yeah, well, I got it cold. I got cold coffee.
Oh, okay.
But it was spicy. But I ain't lying, it was spicy. It had chocolate in it. I don't know. It was just, there was a lot going on there. A whole lot. Way too much for me there. So.
And you said they had weird food when we went on a cruise.
Yeah. Well, that definitely topped it, I believe.
Spicy coffee.
Yeah. So, it was, that was kind of crazy. The place is called Adios Cafe. Really cool. They got a big, nice shop in there, all authentic Mexican, stuff you can purchase, whatever, jewelry, all kind of different things. But anyway, really cool place. Definitely, if you're in that side of Atlanta, anybody, go check that out. Pretty cool. But, did that. Went to the aquarium, and then we headed on over to the stadium there, and waited in line for a good while to get in. Finally got in, had awesome seats, and the gate to it was opening. She heard of her before, but good stuff. And somebody we both like, Dwight Yoakam, of course. He played awesome.
Oh yeah, as always.
As always, for sure, that was really good. And Miranda Lambert. And then ended up with Stapleton there at the end. He played a long time, man. He put on a good show. He really did. That dude is insane on a guitar.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good on it there.
And I'm pretty sure he's got to buy a different guitar for every song he plays.
Well, you can do that when you got that much money, you know.
Yeah. Yes, it was really cool for sure. And just the light. I mean, I pay attention to that kind of stuff now more so than ever because of, you and I doing the whole, wedding stuff before. But dude, the lights that they brought in just for Stapleton's part is unreal, dude. I don't know how many lights was in that place.
That's what's crazy is and I know this from back in the day working in the industry a little bit. Those productions that they do in stadium shows and stuff, they're spending like no lie, but it depends on how big everything is, between $100,000 to $250,000 just in production. That is just light setups, people being there, sound system, everything else. And I mean that is, every time they do a show, which is however many dates they got set up on these stadium tours. We're looking at, in our sanctuary church, looking at, trying to get $100,000 to do everything.
Right.
It's
that's
crazy.
Unreal. Dude, it was insane. The amount of arrays and everything they had in that play, it was unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
It really was. But so that was really cool. Really, really cool. And anybody that likes Stapleton, go see him. He definitely puts on a good show, no doubt.
Cool.
Anyway, did that and took our time coming home yesterday. Didn't make it to church. That's a little far to try to make that by 10 o'clock. So, but anyway,
We've done it.
Yeah, we have. But fortunately, we got YouTube now.
that
on the way home. That was pretty good.
That is true. That was good. Well, cool. Well, let's see. Everything got changed up this past week because we had a big old hurricane coming that didn't do much of anything. It got a little breezy Thursday and Friday for a little while, but other than that, it was pretty sunny and it rained a little bit, but not where I was here at my house. It ain't rained hardly enough to say it rained. So I mean, that's happened like every time we've had anything come through this year. It's like everybody's like, "Oh, I got so much rain," and I'm like, "No, not me." We missed that somehow. So
Goes around after that.
apparently somebody got a weather vortex around here that keeps it away from us. Apparently, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it is what it is. But it did end up messing up a bunch of stuff. I was supposed to be at the Barnyard 400 this weekend. They ended up postponing it. I don't know the date yet for that. That was going to be a pretty cool event. They got with holidays and everything coming up. I don't know what they're going to do with it. So it's going to be who knows? We'll see. Which might be a good thing for me anyway, because I was not able. Well, I just ended up having so much going on with our own race car stuff and other stuff here at the house and everything. Other stuff. I suppose I was going to try to get a go-kart up for it and run it myself, and that didn't end up happening. So I was still going to go over there and hang out and record a show and all that good stuff, but it happens. So it got postponed, so we'll see what happens with it. Y'all be checking that out, and we'll be back on that for sure. But so since that didn't happen, me, Kayla, and the boys went out to eat. I say went out to eat. Well, we did go out to eat. Nothing, nowhere fancy. We went to Hibachi.
Hey man, that's good, man.
That is pretty good. It's good stuff. I like hibachi. And hung out and ate that for a while. Come back home Friday night, and that was about it. Then Saturday we got up and did a few things around here, and we had to move a china cabinet from my mama. Did that, and so at that point, me and my dad decided we was going to ride to Fayetteville, go check out. They had the Legend Car Dirt Nationals in Fayetteville this year, which turned out really good. It was moved from Texas. It was supposed to be at the dirt track at Texas, but I don't know what the deal is down there. I think it's, drought, no water, whatever. Track has been in awful shape, they say. So they moved it to Fayetteville. Well, they did not have a drought at Fayetteville. They got some rain.
No.
They claim they got like 3 inches 2 days in a row, which, if anybody knows Fayetteville, that's rough on that track. That is that's muddy. So but anyway, so me and my dad went up there, hung out with Kale and Levi and Mr. Dale and they was all up there hanging out, or they was racing. We was hanging out. Walked around there, talked to a few more people we knew, and went on some. If y'all look back, you see a few lives from there. Tried to drum up some support for it up there. One of our local dirt tracks. I say local, it's 2 hours away.
Right.
So that's our local dirt track. But anyway, so went up there, hung out, got back home pretty late because they had a record number. That's the thing, is they moved it and they had a record number of entries at Fayetteville, 109 drivers.
Really?
Just in Legend cars. Yeah, that's the only thing they had there, period, the whole weekend. Legend cars. No other classes.
So 109 Legend cars.
109 Legend cars in in 4 classes.
How do they determine classes?
You got young lines, which is under the age of 15, I want to say. I think so. Then you can go to semi-pro or pro. Semi-pro, obviously, as for more of somebody who's a rookie, I guess you say, and I'm not exactly sure the amount of years you got to be running, or if there is a certain amount of years or what. Semi-pro is what our buddy Levi, he ran semi-pro. Then you got pro that like Landon Lewis was running in. Joe Ryan Osborne, he was running in that. Let's see. And then you got Masters, which is 40 and over. We're getting about there. That's about to be what I'm gonna be.
Hey, kid, bro. You in the seniors, bro.
Yeah, ain't kidding. Senior stock, bro. Senior stock. But
Yeah.
so anyway, Kale was running Masters. So I say it was a big old field. Big old field of cars in every class. I'd love to go and run it, honestly. If I'd have had a little more time on dirt this year, well, any time at all on dirt this year, any time on dirt.
Your only dirt experience is out there practicing in the yard at the house. Bro.
Exactly, or running off the end of the track. So I don't know. I might.
Hey, go run it next year, bro.
We might go run next year. I don't know. We'll see how the year goes. See what happens with our program, and I don't know if they keep on and can't get no tires. I'm gonna get some dirt tires and go run dirt. Forget it. I just travel because I can't get no tires anywhere else. So I don't know. I mean, it's a mess. I don't know. It's something else. But anyway, so we did that. Then Sunday got up, went to church. And I had the most trouble at church. I'll tell you about this real quick. Had the most trouble yesterday. I don't know what the deal was, but we have me and the drummer and typically one other guy. We use in-ear monitors when we're playing. That way we don't have pile of speakers up on stage. We just have in-ear monitors to listen to us and what we need to hear to be able to play. I started playing. I could hear everything, but I could not hear me. And when I say me, I couldn't hear my microphone or my guitar at all. I was like, all right, well, so I'm telling them, turn it up. Well, they're turning it up, and it ain't going up in my ear. But the drummer looks at me, he's like, it's all in mine. They're turning it up in mine. So I'm like, nope, y'all turn it up in his. He's like, no, I'm turning it in yours. I'm like, well, something's all crossed up. So anyway, I changed packs like twice and finally got one that I could hear myself in. And then that was for practice. All of a sudden we start playing the service, and my pack, I turned it on. I was like, I can barely hear anything. I cranked the volume all the way up on it, and I could still barely hear anybody. It's like, geez, what is going on? So I kind of motioned to buddy Mark up there, tell him, I'm like, I can't hear anything in it. So he just holds up a pack and brings me one to the side of the stage. I walk over to the side of the stage real quick, change it out. Finally, I could hear on that one a little bit. Better anyway. Played on it, started service, fine. All of a sudden, at the end of service, we go back up there to, play another song at the end of service. And I'm like, I can't hardly hear anything. Now, in saying that, I only use typically my left ear. I only put that one in that way because I had the drums beside me and I had the bass beside me. And I kind of want to be able to hear them. And I kind of, I can kind of hear more of them building. And I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And my amp is right behind me. So I kind of also listen to stage and what's going on in my ears. Kind of weird. I probably should use both. I don't know. Well, I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, I can't hardly hear anything. I turn the volume up again. Still can't hear anything. But I just happened to catch a sound. My right ear, when it just kind of hangs down, I heard sound coming out of it. So I switch ears real quick. And my right ear is loud as I don't know what. So the left ear on my earbuds went out, and I use expensive Shure earbuds. But ours plug in, just the earpiece on it plugs in. So I unplugged it, swapped them over, and it worked fine on it. And so what they call the driver on it, the actual speaker on it, just completely quit. So, yeah.
So you were fighting it the whole time, and it was the earpiece the whole time.
Well, I don't think it was to begin with, because I could hear the first part of the service, I could hear fine. I think it went out just when I turned them on at the end of service.
Wow. Yeah, y'all constantly fighting that. That's for sure. That's pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Fun. So I don't know, it was cool. How about this though? How about this? Just thought about this. Something pretty cool, I guess. This has completely off that subject. The other day, Jackson was at my mom, and he stayed with my mom because he was sick all last week. Actually, I forgot to go in there. He was sick. He had strep throat and had a bad case of strep throat, and so he stayed with my mom Thursday, and he had been here at the house pretty much all week before that, and I stayed off of work actually last Monday, as I said on here, sat with him, and Thursday went over there. She's got, well, we have it over here too, but he just tears toys out everywhere over there for whatever reason. But he's got like his alphabet thing over there. And as I've said before on here, Jackson is considered nonverbal, but he has become, he gets his point across. We'll put it that way. For sure. But I mean, he's autistic, and he, I don't know, I guess he learns completely different than we do. I've already figured that out, and I can't even explain it. That's the funny part. But he doesn't really show you that he's learning. Landon, he learned something, and you ask him about it, and he's going to tell you. Jackson, nah, you don't have a clue if he's learned something or not. Well, all of a sudden, I walk in the room the other day at lunch, and, well, he said alphabet first. He told my mom alphabet. And he wanted his board with the letters on it. That was before I was there. But anyway, I walk in the room, and I look down on the floor, and there is a word spelled out. And it was really funny because it was letters. And I mean, you know how a lot of kids, they might spell something out with it, but the letters all kind of crooked and lopsided and everything, and it's just kind of out there. Oh, no. Jackson's OCD kicks in. And these, you could not have taken a straight edge and lined them up any more perfect. And he has spelled, I don't know where this came from. I don't know if you're trying to tell me something or what, but he has spelled coward.
Oh, really?
I'm assuming it was something off he watches ungodly amount of videos of all sorts of Pete the Cat and who knows what else. But anyway, and Gummy Bear and who knows. But he has spelled coward. I was like, what's this? And he would never answer me about it. He just goes on. He puts the letters back up and everything, and go back in there later. He has spelled it again on the floor.
Really?
Yeah. And it's really funny because you definitely have to see this. Like I said, it looked like the letters were placed there by a machine because it is so straight and so, I don't know, it's funny. I mean, you could take it's like he took a book or something and laid down and sat these letters right on top of it perfectly straight. He did not want them messed up at all. And then I went back.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. But then I went back and it said cower, no D.
Coward.
We couldn't ever find. And after that, we couldn't ever find the D. We do know he went in the bathroom and flushed the toilet one time, and we think the D might have went down with it, but
there went the D.
There went.
He just dropped the D in there.
Exactly. So
that's what he did. That's exactly what he did.
I'm assuming he dropped the D and flushed it.
Oh, that's good.
But it was wild. It was wild. So yes, that was pretty cool. But anyway, well, it is it's a pretty big week around here for racing, with the South Carolina 250 and South Carolina 400 coming up. But in order to do any racing, ladies and gentlemen, we got to Put some power in the car. We got to get some Earl Ramey racing engine power in the ride for sure. So, guys, if you're in the market to finally put something in your car to go fast, you need to get a hold to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and they can hook you up on any type of power plant needs that you need, guys. You if you know, late models, super late models, crate motors, big block modifieds, even, you know, whatever it is, limited late model, whatever, steel block, you know, whatever you got, Earl Ramey can make it faster for sure. Make it very fast. So y'all head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get you some power under your hood in your ride. Get some time on that good old chassis dyno, and put on all the bolt-ons that you can find, as we talk about all the time on here, guys. Put on all the bolt-ons you can on that motor. See which ones decrease power. See which ones pick up a little bit of power. My guess is Earl can probably tell you what it's going to do before you can put it on there, because he's seen it do it all.
He knows.
For sure. So y'all head over there to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get yourself some power today, and one of them bolt-ons you probably gonna want is most likely gonna be some Profab headers put on that bad boy, because in Profab headers, they stand up to their slogan, which is quality that wins. And the reason they're quality that wins is because they have tuned these. I know some of them that's even being tuned, you know, and looked at and designed and mocked up and everything else on that chassis dyno that our Ramey has. So, them guys, you know, do it to each engine and chassis combination to make sure it is the perfect fit for your car and puts out awesome horsepower, awesome numbers on that dyno. So y'all head over, get you some Profab headers and exhaust of any sort there. Y'all talk to our buddy Andrew over there and tell him we sent you. But anyway, guys, like I just mentioned, we got some big racing coming up here in our hometown of Florence, South Carolina. Coming up this weekend. Man, I'm going to tell you what. This weekend in racing, period, not just in this area, in racing has become one of the biggest weekends in short track racing, short track asphalt racing in the country, really.
Yeah, man, it sure has. And this being the 30th anniversary or year, whatever. Like you say, I mean, been in Myrtle Beach for forever, and you know, Steve and guys bringing it down here to Florence. One, I love to see, you know, Florence having a big show again, like it did in the past. And man, late model stocks have grown tenfold in the past. Seems like 3-4 years. It's definitely grown tremendously. Where, you know, even me, I remember growing up, we used to want to see super late model. That was all we wanted to see. And now it's around here anyway. Late model stocks is the asphalt cars really around here that puts on good shows and have good turnouts, good car counts, and all that. I know there are a lot more. If there is a such thing as affordable racing, I know they're more affordable than super late models for sure. But man, they put on an awesome show, and like you say, I mean, people gonna come from all over the world, or all over, not the world necessarily, but
they might. You never know. They might. You never know.
But for one, to see Dale Jr., I'm sure, and two, to see good racing. I mean, you know, years I've been, and there ain't nowhere to sit. There ain't nowhere to do nothing. There's just unbelievable amount of cars that come to this weekend here in Florence. So, and them adding $30,000 more to the overall purse throughout the field. That's huge, especially for the guys that trying to make it into that main. I think they're starting, from what I remember, I think they're starting 42 cars. And the last I saw, I think, I can't fathom 42 cars in Florence, but I think last I saw there was 56 entries, maybe more now. I don't know.
There are. Hold on, I got a number right here. I think. Well, no, I don't. I think it's like 58. But no, I don't have a number. But yeah, you're right about right. Yeah, a ton.
Yeah, a ton. But it's cool to see that they're gonna pay back more all the way back to 42nd if you make the field, and at least be able to pay for your tires and fuel maybe or whatever. I don't know what all but that is really cool to see that. But just and the other cool thing about it is pretty much every driver I saw on the entry list has got a chance to run Parker late model stock. These are all tough guys with good equipment.
Oh yeah, there ain't no slouches at all. But even before that, I want to touch on this before we even really dive into the late model stock portion of it. Real quick, guys. This is technically it's a 3-day show. Thursday, we'll have there'll be parking trailers. Then we'll have rotating practice from 2 to 5. Then be class practice for 40 minutes for late model stock at 2 o'clock, and then on down anyway till 5 o'clock. It just kind of tells you there. And like I said, 2 to 5 practice on Thursday, and they'll keep on parking after that. You get all that stuff straight. Anyway, Friday. This is a full day. This ain't even just it ain't just like the afternoon and then go. No. Friday, 9 a.m. gates open. 10 a.m. Late model stock gets on track from 10 to 2. Long day of practice for them. Letting and that's what is even cooler about it, because I have mixed emotions about practice, I guess, because sometimes too much practice isn't a good thing. But this, that the best guys out there are going to be the ones running up front, and there's going to be a lot of teams out there that are really, in that amount of time, they're figuring this out for sure. So,
for sure.
Yeah. Sure. Then after that, from till 5 o'clock, or wait a minute, let's see. Yeah. After that, it's gonna be just rounds of practice for the sport classes, for all the other classes. But I just saw this come over Florence Motor Speedway's social media there. Not only, we're talking about big money for the late model stocks, but they just put out street stock, even running on Friday, paying $2,000 to win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
So it's big money throughout the classes. It's not just, even I know Legend Cars paying $1,500 to win.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm missing it. Well, I'm not missing it. I'm just not racing.
Right.
But yeah, I have to look up all the other ones. But there's big money in every class that they're running. It's not just like a one class deal that's getting all the money. No, they're spreading it out through all of them, which is really, really cool. Steve and the guys over there at Florence Motor Speedway, really looking out for everybody, putting on a big show like this. Anyway, going out through Friday, racing. We'll start. Let me look here. Pre-race festivities will start at 5:15 on Friday. Then we got the mini stocks, 50 laps, street stocks 50 laps, and limited late models 100 laps. And that is Friday night. And after that, we have the block party that they're calling it over there. And yours truly will be on stage with Wesley Outland, actually, for the it's going to be like a peel draw type deal to draw to see where you're qualifying at for the late model stock guys. Then there will be concerts to follow. So that's just Friday. We ain't even made it Saturday yet. Yeah, so it's going to be a fun Friday night of fun. So y'all come on out, hang out with us. We'll be out there chilling out and talking with some drivers and watching some good racing too. We got three races, mini stocks 50 laps, street stock 50 lap, and limited late model 100 laps. So that's going to be a good night of racing itself. Like I said, block party afterwards. We'll be up on stage talking with them and having some good concerts afterwards. Saturday, it is a day full of it.
Yeah.
Saturday, big day. The South Carolina 400 Charlie Powell Memorial. 8 a.m. gates open. Drivers meeting at 8:30. Late model stock practice starts at 9 o'clock. They get 40 minutes of practice. Then after that, legend car. Let's see. No, I missed one. Bandoleros, legends, super trucks. Yeah, that's what's on schedule. Then rotates back through for practice. Let's get this here real quick. Pre-race starts. Now, you are going to want to be there. I'm going to say...
Early.
I'm going to say you're going to want to be there early to get a seat. And get a good seat. The good thing is about Florence, you can, pretty much see everywhere for the most part. Pretty good seats. But you're still going to want to get there early to get where you want, because it is going to be crowded.
Yes. Yeah. If anybody has not seen Florence grandstands, there ain't a whole lot of, and there ain't gonna be many places to put no lawn chairs nowhere. So yeah, you definitely want to get there early. Get your stuff set up, and I don't even know. Maybe you can go over there early and put your lawn chairs down and go somewhere for a while back. I don't know, but
we're probably gonna want to go Friday night and tie them down and leave them there.
Yeah, for real, it's gonna be insane, no doubt.
But yeah, get there early. Then qualifying starts at 4:10. That was on the schedule to start at 4:10. There is going to be 3 rounds of late model stock qualifying. And they're all going, fortunately, they're all going right back to back. So it ain't like we're going to have to go through a bunch of stuff and then see what's going to be what and then go. Actually, late model stock is the only thing that will be having their own dedicated qualifying. The rest of the classes they'll have their couple rounds of practice, and then the last round of practice, their fastest lap will be their qualifying time. So that works out. Try to help save some time throughout the day because there's going to be so many people there that they got to keep stuff moving and going. So anyway, 4:10 late model stock practice. Qualifying. And let me tell you how this is going to go real quick. Late model stock groups of 4 cars on the track for 3 laps. They are going to lock in the top 20 into the feature. Beyond the top 20, they will go to a second round of qualifying. In the second round of qualifying, 10 cars will lock into the feature. They'll go back, be able to make some I guess like some air pressure and maybe wedge adjustments, minor stuff. Not gonna be able to change tires, change parts, nothing like that. Just minor adjustments, what you can do on the car. Third round of practice, same deal. 10 more cars will make it in to the feature from third round of practice. And I think was it one provisional, I think, given? Or two.
One or two,
something like that. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be. I love the rounds of qualifying like that. It becomes exciting.
Yeah.
I miss that in NASCAR myself. I miss when they had the second day of qualifying.
Yep.
That was always cool when they locked in what they lock in. I think they locked in the top 20 or top 30, 25, something. Yeah.
20, something. Yeah.
And then went back the next day and locked in the remainder of the field. That was always fun to me. So that is kind of what this is based off of for the most part. Gonna be kind of cool, see who's on that bubble spot. We'll be watching the poll for sure. I mean, as always. But that bubble spot's always fun to watch. We pull up our race monitor and sit there and just keep watching what's going on it, and then see if they pushing it back out there and get out there and go for another lap. I guess I don't know. I know last year what they did was, and they may be doing that this time too. Them top 20 locked in the first, and it was Euro qualifying. Like I said, 4 cars on track, 3 laps at a time. The second and third round last year might have just been second round. I can't remember if they had 2 or 3. But anyway, regardless, they just opened the track up, and the guys went out there, took a lap. If they only wanted 1 lap, they took that lap. If it was good enough, a lot of times you'd see them pull in. And they'd sit there and wait. It was just 10 minutes. And if they didn't want to use too much, because they got to use the same tires from qualifying to start the race on. And then third round, same deal. I mean, it was 10 minutes. So that was cool to watch, because it was guys, that were sitting in that top 10 fastest. You saw them sitting there, wondering if they were kind of the fastest out there out of that group, they were all right most time. But that bubble guy, or maybe the guy next to that, was kind of just sitting there on go, waiting on see if somebody would come out. So if he needed to get run out and try to put down another lap, it was cool to see.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's gonna be fun to watch. But anyway, pre-race over there going to start 5:15. So you need to be in your seat ready for racing at 5:15 on Saturday. If you're not gonna be there, you need to have flow racing turned on. Get ready for some racing. Bandoleros 30-lap race. Legend cars will have a 40-lap race. Super trucks 75-lap race. Then at 7:30, they're going to do a driver intro for the South Carolina 400 late model stock 200-lap race. It's going to be 3 stages. Pretty simple. First stage, 75 laps. Second stage, 75 laps. The final stage, the final 50 laps will be called the Terry Evans Shootout. And so that will be, we'll see how it goes. Last year, got through the first couple stages, and all of a sudden that last one took the green flag, and 3/4 of the field wrecked right there on the front straightaway. So it'd be cool to see. Want to throw this out here real quick. Just let y'all know some of the drivers that's gonna be in this. Like Sterling said, there's like 58 drivers signed up, I think it is. Like we said, let's see. We got our hometown guys, our normal guys, our Bobby Tumbleston gonna be out there. Averitt Lucas gonna be out there. Let's see. I'm just trying to think who else. Casey Kelly, Cody Kelly, like I said. Bryant Barnhill gonna be there. Race there every week. All right. Then we got ones like moving to the Lee Pulliam ride. Well, technically coming in 2023, but this is going to be his debut in the Lee Pulliam number 03, Brennan Butterbean Queen. We had him on at North Wilkesboro. Cool guy. He'll be fast. He was very fast there.
Oh, yeah.
Just throwing out a few there. Carson Quab will be there in the 8 car. If y'all haven't heard, there's this guy there driving number 3. Junior Motorsports, Bass Pro Shop, Chevrolet. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Y'all heard of him? Maybe. Yeah, he's going to be there. Caden Honeycutt, Bobby June coming out. He going to run this one. He ran one time, I think, over the year. So good to see him back coming out there. Zach Miracle, last year's pole sitter, will be back in the 32 car. Whitney Meggs will be out there in the Hawk McCall Motorsports number 41. Ross Boo Boo Dalton, our buddy MPM driver, will be out there. Matt Cox, Matt Craig will be there also. Let's see, Isabella Robusto. I ain't trying to skip over everybody. I'm just throwing out some names that people know. Landon Huffman jumping in. Our buddy Jamie Weatherford from Darlington, South Carolina. Sam Yarborough from Myrtle Beach. Another cool one. Mamba Smith's gonna be driving the 170.
Sweet.
Yeah, hang out with old Mamba this week.
I wonder if Ryan Blaney's gonna spot for him.
He might. You never know. It is a possibility. Did you see? Speaking of, did you happen to see? Joey Logano went and spotted for. Oh God, I just lost his name. Hold on.
Yeah, his spotter. Driving the Hickory. Yeah.
Yeah, and won it. And won it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I was like, dang, Joey must be a pretty good spotter.
Yeah.
No, I think that was just a good car. Pretty good. Coleman Presley, that's who it was. Robert Presley's son. Yeah. Coleman Presley.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, but tons more. Mason Diaz gonna be there. There's all these people gonna be there. So it's gonna be a fun night of racing. Always a little bit of drama. Always comes into play. So we'll see.
Well, and we say this before, but for people that don't know Florence, one of the coolest short tracks, man. I love it. I love that you can run 2 wide there. A lot of guys figuring out the top groove, especially in late model stocks. That might be the fastest line of the night. But it just makes for some really, because a lot of places we've seen, and Myrtle Beach even there for a while was this way. I mean, it was kind of follow the leader for a long time.
Yeah.
That ain't the way at Florence. I mean, you be running equal lap times from the top to the bottom. Really puts on for some good racing, man. I love it there. Love seeing that, and late model stocks do it better than anybody there.
Well, I'll say real quick. Talked about Bryant Barnhill on here. He has been one of the drivers over the entire year that really ventured up to that outside groove at Florence that nobody else really runs. But Bryant figured out a way to make that car work up there and won quite a few races on the top side of the track, and which is just something nobody ever, ever really done at Florence. So it's going to be cool to see. Will that line work for 200 laps? Will you need to run the bottom and then jump up to the top towards the end of the race? Or will the top be fast and then you'll be able to move to the bottom late? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, and I don't know. Maybe you do. what's the deal with tires? Are they going to be able to change tires one time through the race or every stage, or you know how that's going to work?
In all honesty, I don't know. I mean, I know there's still a, tire situation, unfortunately, for the for for Hoosier in general, I guess we'll say.
Right.
So we'll see. I have not heard yet what the tire situation is. So as soon as I hear, we'll probably talk about it on a live and see what's what on it.
Yeah. Well, it definitely plays a big game. That's an abrasive racetrack for sure. So be interested to see how people save tires. Dale Jr. saved how he saved at North Wilkesboro, and or he was just right, whatever. But it seemed like he saved the stuff pretty good for the end there and come on strong. And I feel like he had the car that could probably get up there and compete with those guys, top two there. I think he kind of just held back, in my opinion, and let them kind of do their deal. Because looking at lap times up in the last 10, 15 laps, he was like, woo, he was pretty strong there. So, but anyway, it's just kind of interesting to see. We saw that back when this race was in Myrtle Beach. We went over there, and really weird, honestly, at how slow the field was for the entirety, pretty much all the race, other than Ty Gibbs, honestly.
Yeah.
But he we got out there, man, and he just smoked everybody for the first half of the race, and we was kind of like, what in the world? And I mean, definitely didn't realize how much tire saving was a thing then, and it didn't make no sense because they changed tires at halfway. So
no, they changed tires. I remember that.
But I tell you what,
that was what, a Cars Tour race we went. Yeah, that was Cars Tour race.
It was.
Myrtle Beach.
But Lee Pulliam running the dead back, about got lapped.
Yep, he was lapped.
And then, dude, from the halfway point on, that dude was rolling, bro.
Yep. Rolled straight to the front.
But, yeah, he sure did. So that was pretty interesting. But anyway, I don't know how they'll do that. I know it'll make a difference. Tire wear there is got to be a thing. That's an old track, old surface. Makes for good racing though. So, but again, like I say, the side by side racing makes such a good race there. It really does. So, looking forward to seeing that for sure.
Yep, me too. It's gonna be a fun weekend of it. That is for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a great weekend of it there at Florence Motor Speedway. But what always makes it a good weekend of racing is when you got good parts on that car that are great quality, and you don't have any problems with. And in order to find all those good parts, head over to SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. So head over there, get all the parts you need, make your car go fast, turn left, turn right, even if you want to turn right, all that good stuff. So head over to www.sriperformance.com. Get yourself all the things you need, make that car pretty and nice and go fast, and even safety equipment. They even have safety equipment on hand over at SRI Performance. I was over there the other week looking at a few helmets over there. So yeah, head over there, get everything you need. But when you're loading up that cart there, head over there, get it all loaded up, everything you need. Go to promo code, put in promo code CBONE10. That's C as in
chicken.
BONE10. Get yourself 10% off at time of checkout. That tells them, we sent you. So go do that. But go get everything you need. Like I said, SRI Performance is your one-stop shop for all things racing. Go check them out. Same deal over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. They are your one-stop shop for all things. I ain't even gonna say metal. I mean, it's metal, but metals. But we're just gonna say materials.
Materials. There you go. Materials. Plastics, aluminum, bronze, Brass. Anything you want, they got it.
Titanium sheets I saw there the other day.
Yes, sir.
You ever had
Yes,
to work
sir.
with titanium sheets?
I work with titanium. We do a lot of round bar stuff. We make a lot of stuff with titanium round bar for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen plenty of
Have not
round
seen titanium sheets. I guess they use that to make it lighter on the race car.
I guess. I don't know.
That's a lot of money, buddy.
Oh yeah. Well, I was looking. They actually had a special on them. So, but I was looking at their website. They got a new website up, www.stockcarsteel.com. So y'all head over there. But yeah, they had titanium sheets on there. You need to go to their website. Honestly, you would enjoy some of the stuff they have on there. It was pretty cool to look at. All your painted aluminum sheets, everything. But yeah, I saw titanium sheets on there. I was like, man,
Yeah, that's awesome.
that was cool. It was really cool. So, but y'all head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Get all the materials you need for whatever. Put some of them titanium sheets up around your deer stand. I mean, it'd be light.
Yeah, it'd be light. That's for sure.
It'd be
Yeah.
light.
You won't be able to afford to buy deer corn, but you sure have a nice stand.
If you can afford the sheets, you can afford the corn. I promise.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I reckon you're right.
Oh, but yeah, head over there. Check them out. It's cool. Cool stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, well, anyway. Well, I guess there was there was actually a ton of racing this past weekend. One thing I want to touch on, and I reposted it, our friend Andy Garris, Profab Hitters, went down to Sonoya. Actually, I think in Georgia, they just call it Sonoy.
Yeah.
Sonoy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, they were there. Did you see the video they posted of they were, man, this was the most dedicated track crew of the year. They get my track crew of the year award, actually.
Yes.
They were dedicated. They said they were going to get this race in. They were all on it. I mean, it was awesome to see what was that, the Peach State Classic. Their Friday and Saturday, man, they went and put tarps on the track to try to keep as much water as they could off. Well, they did all right with that. Did pretty good, kept a good bit off. They had a helicopter hovering over the top of the track, drying it out.
Hey, bro, that's genius, bro.
Oh, very genius. Very genius. It was
Got a good helicopter driver. That's all I can say.
that dude was good. Which, I mean, he was hovered. I was really kind of. I saw there was a couple people put videos up. I saw one where he's kind of coming down the front straightaway, and all of a sudden the legs kind of touch. He bounces back up. I was like, "Jeez, he's brave, man."
I was just worried about the guardrail there with the blades. I was like, I can see that.
I was waiting on the fence. I was like, man, I
Oh,
hope he paying
man.
attention to that fence. And he was, obviously. It wasn't his first go-round.
No, it was not. It was not at all.
So, but anyway, they got the races in. Now, in saying that, Friday night, you talk about a mess. Out of 24 cars that started the race, 10 finished.
Great day.
From what I saw, I think most of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, but I think most of those fell out due to they were out of tear-offs and could not see, and they had a few of them had already come in and changed helmets.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a lot. It was muddy. I mean, but everybody knew it was going to be that way, and I mean, there ain't so much you can do. When you have a tropical storm come through, and they talked with the drivers, and they said, "Yes, let's still do it. Let's do whatever we can. We'll help whatever we need to do get this race in." They were thankful. I mean, they track listened to them and did everything that they could to make it happen, and they made it happen. It was a little wet, a little damp. Our buddy Will Harrington actually finished 7th in it. on Friday night, and I saw a picture of his helmet and his first helmet that they took off. I don't know how he saw to make it in the pits to change helmets. It was no lie. I mean, there was probably 2 inches of mud on his helmet. You could see, because it looked like he took and pried his shield up just a little bit to be able to see out of it to get it in the pits. And there's like a slick mark on the helmet or on the mud where his shield slid over it.
Lord have mercy, bro. That's scary.
Oh,
trying to see in that. Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah. So, but like I said, they got it in. Everybody was happy. I mean, they hated not being able to see it and having to fall out like it did, the ones that did. But, I mean, everybody understood it. They did everything they could, and they were already there, so they wanted to race. So, anyway, Kyle Bronson took home the win there on Friday night. But then they moved to Saturday night. Big $53,000 to win, I think it was. Much better track conditions. They got dried out a lot more than they did the first night. Ricky Thornton Jr. took home $53,000.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a good ride for him. He won it from the pole, though. Sonoy, Georgia's Ashton Winger, let's see, he finished 4th. Hudson O'Neal finished 2nd in that race. He had already, I think, committed. He wasn't in the 1 car. He was actually in the Sydney 1 because I guess they had already agreed to run that race or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, I was just trying to go through a little bit. Kyle Bronson, who won on Friday night, ended up finishing tonight. That's what's so crazy about dirt tracks, and that's kind of why I like them. The guy that's awesome there the night before, go back to the same track, nothing's changed, can't find it. Not as well, anyway. It's a different track. Don't matter, it's the same one. It's a different track.
Moisture makes a big difference, man, for sure. Really does.
Brandon Shepard run his family car there. He finished 13th in it, and 24 cars started that one. 15 of them finished, so.
A little better than that.
A little better. But also, and man, I did hate the fact that they were competing with the XR series out in Las Vegas. But I'm sitting there looking at it. Well, I hated that, but I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, man, both tracks still had a ton of people.
Yeah.
But anyway, Friday night XR series Las Vegas dirt track. Shane Clanton picked up the win, which is really funny because Shane Clanton's from Georgia. Drove all the way to Las Vegas. Won the race.
He left home. Yeah.
Just won a whole lot less money.
Exactly.
Tim McCready, 2nd. Davenport, 3rd on Friday night. I saw some of it. Looked like good racing. But one thing I will say, I don't know. I'm not knocking on the series by no means, because if I see these guys coming, I don't care what series it is. If I see the names that are coming to that racetrack and I'm close by, I'm going. If I see the Jonathan Davenports, the Brandon Overtons, the Tim McCready's, right. I don't know, they're pile different. Billy Moyer Sr., Tanner English. I'm just a few names that were in the race there. I want to go see that race regardless. The stands at Las Vegas. Somebody told me, or somebody put up a shot. It was kind of a shot of the front stretch. I think it was Jonathan Davenport's car in it, but you could see up into the stands. You could count the people in the stands in this one area, and it was a fairly large area. I'm going to say probably maybe a quarter size of the front stretch stands. There were 16 people sitting in this spot of stands.
Really?
Yeah.
That don't make sense, man. that's not a good showing. I mean, you look at Bristol with XR and Texas with XR. That's good turnout. That don't look good there for sure.
No, I don't understand why. I mean, it just stands looked empty to me. They were pretty empty. I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on that one. I don't know if it's just the area of the country or what it is. I mean, normally it seems like this is how dirt racing is to me. Now, they'll put an asphalt track anywhere, especially on the NASCAR side, we'll say. They'll put one anywhere. It's like, where's a good population? There. All right, let's put a track there to try to draw people to it. So they'll put a cup track there, which, no new ones have popped up lately other than like street courses and stuff like that. But dirt tracks seem to only be built where it seems like there's a big draw for dirt racing.
Yeah.
So that makes it kind of confusing to me why the stands didn't look any better than what it did.
Right.
I don't know. It's maybe it's just that shot. Maybe there was a lot more somewhere else.
Maybe they were all at the bathroom.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe it was beer 30 there. I don't know.
Might have been half off, but get them while you can.
But what's really funny, Saturday night, Jonathan Davenport took on the win, Brandon Overton second, Shane Clanton third. All right, what's funny about this now, I know Jonathan does not live here anymore, but what's really funny is we were just saying like Shane Clanton won from Georgia, left home to go all the way to Las Vegas to win less money. Top 3 on Saturday night. Jonathan Davenport, Blairsville, Georgia. Brandon Overton, Evans, Georgia. Shane Clanton, Zebulon, Georgia. Them Georgia boys had to leave good. Georgia and then take over Las Vegas, apparently.
Obviously so, man. I don't know, but I tell you what, last year was not necessarily Davenport's year.
No, but it wasn't bad last year. I mean, it wasn't awful. It's bad when we were talking about last year, and we talk, seemingly Jonathan Davenport seemed off. He didn't win 40 races. He only won 25.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I don't know the exact number, but I'm just throwing that, But this year, go ahead.
Yeah,
I know what you was getting at. I mean,
this year, dude, it's like great. And even Scott Lucas has said it before. He's like, 1 year you're there and you got it figured out, and you got to keep up with the game. You got to keep figuring it out and keep moving forward. But he's like, and that's the way it is. I mean, it takes a little while to figure it out. And then once you got it, you got it. And dude, he was just hot this year, man. Won a lot of money.
He did, and what's really funny is we, talk about that. And he's done so good this year. Brandon Overton, who was on top of the world last year, he's won some races, don't get me wrong, he's won plenty of races, but has not been there in them big moments near as much.
Yeah, it's kind of like they flipped this year. Overton took Davenport's spot from last year and vice versa. But, yeah, man, like you said, it seemed like where the big money races, the need to be there moments, Jonathan's been there, but he's been on it. He has been on it for sure.
Yeah, he has. Real quick, I do want to say about that, which is kind of crazy to me. Came out this past week. I'd already heard some rumblings of it. Davenport's crew chief, Jason Durham, leaving Double L Motorsports at the end of this season. I think I saw that was their last race together out there.
That's gonna hurt for sure.
It seems that way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, it
sure seemed like to me Well, I'm gonna say it seems like to me that the crew chief driver combination is pretty much what makes dirt racing so much. I'm not putting everything on the crew chief, but it just seems like the crew chief that travels around always runs good, whoever he's with. What was the guy that was with Bloomquist that was so good? And everywhere he goes, they run up front. Everywhere.
Cody Mallory.
Cody Mallory. Yeah, everywhere he goes. Yeah. If he's not in jail, he's running good. He is running good.
He's over there with Garrett Smith now.
And running good.
And look what Garrett's doing. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's just, I don't know, man. I hope the best for John. He's a cool dude. I mean, we met him in where was that? Gaffney, I think it was.
Up at Cherokee.
A good bit there, and a few other times. Anyway, just cool dude for sure. He's got a ranch of his own and cows and everything else. Pretty cool. So
he's South Carolina boy now.
Yeah, he's where he needs to be for sure. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see. I was just looking right here. Jonathan Davenport this year, 79 races, 20. Well, they had 23 on here. I think this past weekend made 24 wins, 53 top fives, 67 top tens in 79 races.
Shoot. Crazy, dude.
And from what I can remember, he's won about $1.7 million this year.
Dude, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, that helps a lot when you win the Eldora Million. I mean, but, you know.
Yes, that definitely does. No doubt about it. But, yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. For sure. That's wild. That's some big numbers. And that's what's so crazy. I don't know, you hear that stuff and you hear those numbers, and then all of a sudden you see crew chiefs leaving. It's like, man, why? Y'all were so good together, and you hate it. And I saw it. I have to look again to see. He's going to another team, but he said that he's not going to be on the road near as much. He wants to get off the road and spend more time with his family and stuff like that. And I can't hate on the man for that by no means. No, it just always stinks when people say that, because I know how it is. People say that, and then all of a sudden they get with another team, like he is. He's Jason's going with another team, and they're not supposed to run as much, but we know how racers are. All of a sudden, man, there's a race paying $15,000 over here this weekend. Man, I think we could go run good at it. Well, we loading up and going. All of a sudden,
exactly.
And it just that never ends. I mean, us as racers, that's just what we're driven to do. And it's not even, like I was saying, money, but I mean, it's not even really the money. No, I mean, you have to look at a little bit of financial aspect of it when you're in series like that, because it costs you so much to go to the track. But it's not even money for us. It's just competition. We're driven. Yeah. We're driven by competition. It's just, we want to know that we're better. I hate to say this, but we want to know that we're better than somebody.
Yep, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
Half time you find out that there's somebody there better than you, but we find out we're still better than ones behind us. You just don't want to be the man in last.
No.
But anyway, speaking of Las Vegas this week, y'all saw me on a live last weekend there at Charlotte, dirt track at Charlotte. Talked to our buddy Kyle Strickler out there. They turn around right after as a lot of these teams did, turn around right after the World Finals there, left, went to Las Vegas, or headed to Las Vegas. Well, unfortunately, Kyle Strickler's trailer did not make it. It caught fire. I'm not sure even where they were when it caught fire, but it caught fire on the way out to Las Vegas.
And that was Bloomquist's car.
Yeah, it was the old one.
The old one, right.
I say old one. It was the old new one that everybody really liked, that Scott didn't keep for whatever.
3 million tons.
I don't know. I don't know what all deal was with it. But anyway.
Who knows?
Anyway, it caught fire. I didn't talk to Kyle. I was gonna call him, but I figured a lot of people was calling him and stuff. I didn't talk to him, but I did talk to our buddy Andy Garris, because they're pretty tight. They talk to each other good bits. I knew he had talked to him, so I just text Andy and I said, "Hey man, what's the deal with Kyle stuff?" He said, fortunately they were able. He said trailer's pretty bad. He said, but the cars were actually all right. He said they were smoke damaged. You can tell a lot of heat got to them on the wraps and stuff like that, you know. But as far as the cars were fine actually.
Good.
But I guess there was just a lot of probably noses and everything else they had in there was probably all melted. Everything, you know. Probably some wiring. They didn't want to. I would assume. I didn't. I'm assuming on this, but I would assume they probably didn't want to take a chance taking their car there to Las Vegas and wiring be messed up. You know, just got too hot and brittle and messed up. That happens. But fortunately, like I said, engines, cars, all that's fine. So they will be able to fix them up and have them back ready to go. I'm not sure of the team name. I saw it. Y'all had to look at either Melanie Motorsports or Kyle Strickler Motorsports. Look at their Facebook page. They had a team name on there. It was a 77S. I think it was the card number. I can't remember who it was. Like I said, y'all look it up. They let Kyle run their late model while they were out there, so that was pretty cool of them. So because Kyle was taking a late model and a modified.
Modified. Yep.
And
hurry and got it ready. Couldn't get it. Couldn't put it on track.
It stinks, but I mean, unfortunately, that's part of it. I'm just glad everything else was all right. Hauler was fine. They got the hauler unhooked, moved from it, and apparently got the fire out. So, hated it for them guys, but glad everybody's okay and glad for the most part. You know, everything seems to be pretty salvageable. So, good. Cool. But anyway, what else we got? I think I don't know.
That's about it, man. About it. It's about a 3 hour and 45-minute show.
No, it just took us that long. It just took us that long to record. I think it's only about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
If y'all could actually hear all the stops that we had to do in this today.
Yeah, we took a lot of detours.
There was a lot of detours.
Tangents.
Thank God we had an edit out button, you know, and pause button.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's gonna be something else when I go to a live broadcast. I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Yes, I think not with me and you together. It don't go over good. I had to pee a lot, so I'm just gonna tell you. They'll
just hear us. I mean, they'll just be like, whatever. There they are.
Yep.
Oh well, guys. Well, I also want to thank this week, as always, our friends MPM Marketing, Tanya over there. MPM, appreciate her coming on board as always. Getting your drivers out there, all you guys, if you are trying to come up in the sport that we love of auto racing, head over to marketwithmpm.com. Get with our friend Tanya, and she will set you on the right path to being what you need to be in racing. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great to be a great driver, be an awesome wheelman. That is great. And you still need that regardless. But there's a lot of other things needed to make it in the sport nowadays. You need a good marketing group behind you to push you out there, push your name out there, push your image out there, and push your brand, as we say, out there. The best ones to do that, MPM Marketing. So y'all guys head over there and tell Tanya we sent you. Oh, but anyway, well, I reckon that's about all.
Yeah, that's about all and everything, I believe.
All and everything and all. Oh, cool. Well, guys,
yes, sir.
I also want to thank our friends over at High Octane Racing Apparel. Go check out some High Octane Racing Apparel. She was at Livonia Speedway this past week. Go highoctaneracingapparel.com. Go check out some of the best fashion trends, guys and girls, you can find. Go check them out. Yep. And as always, everybody, I also like to thank our friends from Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Randy Keene with RK Motorsports Consulting. Also, Checkered. They are the race hub. Go download them. Go get it. We're on there. Find us on there. Check us out. Follow us. All that on all racing social media all the time. That is what they are. Checkered. They're a race hub. Also, Forward Bite. Go check out some Forward Bite apparel, guys. Some of the coolest looking t-shirts, hats, hoodies. We need some hoodies right now. I got me a new hoodie the other day. I ain't even gonna lie. I got me a Profab hoodie.
Sweet.
But go check out Forward Bite apparel and tell them we sent you. But anyway, guys, alrighty. Well, y'all come out to Florence Motor Speedway this weekend. That is seemingly where about all the racing is this weekend.
Yep.
I think actually, I want to say, is it Lakeview's running this weekend? I can't remember. I don't know. I know they ran this past weekend. Sorry, don't have results. My bad. Didn't get them. But anyway, guys. All right. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and we'll be back to cover. Well, first of all, check us out all weekend long. I'll be at Florence Motor Speedway for the South Carolina 250 and the South Carolina 400, both days, Charlie Powell Memorial. So y'all head over to our Facebook. Mainly, that's where we'll be at. Head over there, follow us. Make sure you turn them live notifications on. That way you see us come up, and we might be talking to your favorite driver. Who knows? So y'all come on out if you're able. Tune in on Flow Racing. Check us out on our lives on Facebook. Plenty of places to get a ton of coverage. So anyway, guys, I reckon we will catch y'all next week.
Later.